Metaphor rivals some of the biggest JRPGs this year, and that means tons of bosses to find and take down. Luckily, we here at Direct Gaming have the perfect guide for you on how to take down the fire dragon Mana. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And while you can technically skip this boss by simply sneaking around the area, it's actually not too hard of a boss and you get some pretty cool loot, so why not? Let's go ahead and get some cool items. This guide is going to be broken down into 3 parts. A full look at my personal loadout, what items I had attached, and of course my archetypes. Then a breakdown of the fight and how to best avoid the boss's moves or defend yourselves against them. Plus a step-by-step on what kind of turn rotations I had for my characters and what I used. Then finally a full playthrough of the boss fight sped up a tad to show you how to use everything you have learned in real time. Let's get started. Now, since this is still the early game, there is not much to really juggle when it comes to abilities, archetypes, and such. However, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, if you've saved up some money by selling any items like gems that you have found, you can easily go and buy some armor and weapons from the shop merch that you've most likely seen in the cave. While it's not required, any stat increase is always going to be helpful, especially if you're going with a double mage loadout. You can see the weapons, armor, and gear I used here by pausing the video on all 3 of my characters if you want to. Oh, one thing that you can definitely bring with you as well is Ice Chunk, found by either defeating enemies or buying it from the shop. Not needed, but a handy extra bit of damage depending on how your turns are going. You will also see that I went with the basic Seeker for our main protagonist, Warrior, and Mage. However, I highly recommend you go talk to Moore, the dude in a different dimension, and study the Mage archetype 2 times so you can have 2 mages on your team. This is very similar to the idea that we had when it came to the previous boss battle, if you saw that video. Then once you have 2 mages on the team, get them both to level 2, not the character, but the archetype, so you unlock Ice/Blizzard. While 2 mages is not needed for this fight, it makes it so much easier. I only had 1 for this particular video, which is doable, but hey, why make things harder on ourselves? Finally, as for my stats, what you see on screen is how I decided to distribute my points as I leveled up. Again, still pretty early in the game, so nothing too crazy. All right, with prep time out of the way, let's get on to the boss itself. Now, Mr. Dragon here is meant to look tough. However, in reality, it's not really that hard, especially when we have ice on our side. Let's go ahead and take a look at the moves that the dragon will use against us. Then we'll talk about strategy and how I went about each turn. Fire Dragon here has 2 basic attacks, Scratch and Fireball. Scratch will do around 28 damage if you are blocking and on the back row, while the Fireball usually does around 56 damage if you're not blocking and 47 when blocking on the Seeker, however, though. It will do less damage, of course, against the Warrior since you are resistant to fire. The final move to watch out for is the Tail Swipe, which will hit your whole team for around 53 damage when you're not blocking on the back end, and 27-ish, give or take, when blocking. Now, we have up on the channel a different guide covering all different things that you should know about the game, but in terms of combat, this is something that you really need to keep in mind here. For certain moves and items, when you use them, they will cost you a turn counter. That little diamond crystal at the top of the screen? Some will cost you 1, while others will cost you a half. However, if some of your moves are blocked or dodged, it will actually end up using 2, so you need to keep that in mind. Some easy ones to remember for half turns though, which is your best friend obviously, are attacks that the boss is going to be weak to. So for this battle, the boss is weak to ice, or if you yield your turn. Items you use as well, like Ice Chunk, only use half, while something like Corrosion will use a full turn counter. So again, you need to keep in mind what you're using here. So let's say you're going with the double mage strat that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. You can move your whole team to the back row, have your Seeker, or a character that's not a mage essentially, yield a turn, and then block at the end of it while your mages continue to use ice and just bombard this boss. This will actually give you 6 turns instead of 3, meaning that you'll get 4 attacks or so depending on the order or what moves you might be using, whether it's healing or blocking. If you go with the standard loadout that probably most are going to be using, aka Mage, Seeker, and Warrior, like in this particular video right here, then I recommend using your Seeker to help raise your attack of your Warrior along with healing your team. Have the Mage use Ice, obviously, and then go ahead and use the Diagonal Slash with your Warrior if you want to and you don't mind taking some of that damage. This attack can do some decent damage, especially when buffed by the Seeker. However, this boss does have a lot of HP, so if you prefer to play it a little safe, go ahead and simply pass your turn on the Warrior and then block if you have the opportunity to. He is also resistant to fire, which is going to help you out quite a bit. So let's take a quick look at how most of my turns went. Of course, if I had to change things up by healing or using other items, that obviously makes things a little different. However, if I time everything right, then my first move is going to be from my mage using an ice attack, which will then use half a turn counter. Then I can skip my turn with my Seeker, which again only uses a half. Then I skip with the Warrior as well, which again uses only a half. Ice attack with the mage again, which is another half, and then finally block with both the Seeker and Warrior, and my turn will be completely done. Then once the dragon's completed its attacks, rinse and repeat and keep doing this as much as I possibly can. Now, obviously, during the battle, I'm going to have to heal, maybe use a different item, or if I want my warrior to help out to get the battle done faster, that's going to change up the attacks just a little bit. As always, keep an eye out on your turn counter so that things don't go too crazy. Otherwise though, keep everyone in the back since this is still pretty early on in the game to play it safe. Make sure you obviously use your ice attacks, and this boss is going to fall no problem. It is a little long, but overall not bad at all. Now, here's a full run of the boss fight sped up a tad to show you how to take the fire dragon down. If you enjoy these type of guides, then a like on the video shows us that you enjoy this type of content, and don't forget to check out our other metaphor guides and content along with our other videos in the top right corner and pinned comment. Thanks for watching the video. I've been Talon with Direct Gaming. I hope you have a great day and week, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Johnny.
落ち着いていこう。この局面なら正義のために距離を取るぞ。先に頼む。慌てること下がるぞ。マジシャン。氷結。恥ずかしくない戦いをする。守る。最善を尽くさないとな。防御して様子見だ。使えるというならこれ。自由な旅人の力を使うよ。さてどうするか。これが最善だ。さてマジシャン氷結。大丈夫、やれるよ。備える。正義のために守りに徹するさ。行くぞ。これ。恥ずかしくない戦いをする。貴族として責務は果たすさ。先に頼む。慌てることもない。やるぞ。氷結。大丈夫、やれるよ。はっ。最善防御して様子見だ。出し惜しみません。これ。恥ずかしくない戦いをする。この力で。正義のためにこの剣を任せた。やるぞ。使えるというならやるな。どうしたのよグライアス。シーカー、癒しの力よ。借りができた。貴族として責務は果たすさ。ファイター叩き切る。慌てる。行くぞ。氷結。落ち着いていこう。今はこうだ。空よ。助かる。やるぞ。英雄の力。これ。自由な旅人の力を。これを使おう。さてどうするか。耐えてみせる。さてマジシャン氷結。これは恩に着る。すまんだ。最善を尽くさないとな。これが最善だ。慌てること。行くぞ。これ。恥ずかしくない戦いをする。備える。守りに徹するさ。出し惜しみません。氷結。大丈夫、やり。王者の魂をここに。さてどうするか。これなら。やるぞ。これ。どうしたのよグライアス。待っていた。加減はしない。 貴族として責務は果たすさ。先に頼む。
やるぞラジシャ氷結。
落ち着いていこう。はっ、正義のために防御して様子見だ。
ラジシャこれ。
恥ずかしくない戦い。王者の魂をここに。
助かる。
最善を尽くさないとな。こいつの出番だ。
さて英雄の力氷結。
落ち着いていこう。守る。そうよ。ありがとう。
やるぞ使えるというならこれ。
大丈夫。やりてよ。これな。
すまんな。
貴族として任せた。
これがラジシャ氷結。